population of Inle Lake consists predominantly of Ntha, with a mix of other Shan, Tongyo, Pao, Danu, Kyaung, Dana and Bamar ethnicities. Most are devout Buddhists, and live in simple houses of wood and woven bamboo on stilts. They are largely self-sufficient farmers. The Phaung Da U Paya Pagoda, literally, Principal Royal Barge Pagoda, is a notable Buddhist site. In the village of Uama, on Inle Lake, the pagoda is the site of a major annual pagoda festival, during which the temple's principal Buddha images are circulated on a royal barge across Inle Lake. The pagoda houses 5 small gilded images of Buddha, which have been covered in gold leaf, to the point that their original forms cannot be seen. It is believed that the Buddha images were brought to Inle Lake by King Aurangzeb. Being essentially solid gold, the images are extremely heavy. In 2019, pagoda trustees banned pilgrims from applying more gold leaf to the statues, due to the weight of these statues, and difficulties transporting them, for the pagoda festival. Inle Lake is suffering from the environmental effects of increased population and rapid growth in both agriculture and tourism. During the 65-year period, from 1935 to 2000, the net open water area of Inle Lake decreased, a loss of 32.4%, with development of floating garden agriculture, which occurs largely on the west side of the lake, a practice introduced in the 1960s. Lotus weaving is an exquisite handicraft of Ntha people. The Ntha has made their living from the beautiful lotus stems. The birth of lotus weaving in Inle Lake is said to date back to more than a century ago. The best quality lotus fabric in Inle Lake is weaved from the lotus stems harvested during the monsoon season on the lake. During this time, the tide is high, that improves the fertility for the mud as well as the length of lotus stems. Initially, one person has to sit at a small wooden table to extract lotus fibers from lotus stems by hand and a knife. The fibers, after being extracted, are rolled together to form the long fine threads, and then it will be immersed into water to moisturize. In the second stage, another weaver spins and weaves the raw, using a hand-turned wheel, turns the lotus silk into a spool. Locals grow vegetables and fruit in large gardens that float on the surface of the lake. The floating garden beds are formed by extensive manual labor. The farmers gather up lake bottom weeds from the deeper parts of the lake, bring them back in boats, and make them into floating beds in their garden areas, anchored by bamboo poles. The Phe Kyaung Monastery is both the biggest and oldest monastery in Inle Lake. Among tourists, it is still known as the Jumping Cat Monastery, a name it got because of the cats living there, who had been trained by monks to jump through little hoops. The Phe Kyaung was built in the 19th century, and inside the monastery, you can enjoy the sight of traditional architecture, with numerous stilts supporting the roof. Jumping Cat Monastery also owns lots of charms to be discovered, including the collection of 500 ancient Buddha images. These unique statues are constructed in various styles of the Shan, Tibetan, Bagan, and Inwa people. Well, it's time to go back to Nyongshui village, before rain catches up on our boat. The tenacity of the people who live in Inle Lake is admirable, and in turn, live in a self-sufficient paradise. That's all for Inle Lake. We will be exploring the surrounding area in the next video.